Any comments on chronic fatigue syndrome with the adrenal syndrome?
Oh, chapter 2. That's my comment. The chances are your adrenal glands are shot, huh? Yeah. Adrenals, well, to me, adrenal exhaustion is probably the worst thing that's happening to people now. And hey, look around you. Why isn't it? What kind of lives are we living? It's just terrible what's going on. Our food supply is tainted. Our lives are filled with stress. Bad things happen all the time. All you have to do is read about what George Bush is doing, and it's enough to put you away. So naturally, your adrenal glands are going to suffer, and maybe you didn't have such great adrenal glands to begin with. And if do you have small earlobes? People with small earlobes were born with low adrenal function. People with great big meaty earlobes generally have good strong adrenal glands. Now, it's very interesting that a group of scientists got together and they decided they were going to try to figure out what caused adrenal exhaustion. So they got a bunch of unfortunate rats and they put them through horrible things. These poor rats, they did terrible things to them, which I think is very unfair because all they had to do was ask me. They could have saved those rats because I know from years of experience what it is that stresses adrenals. Aside from all of the stress things that happen to us, there's one thing that's the worst for the adrenal glands, and that is hypoglycemia. And they found that out. They were at the end of their tethers. They could not figure out what caused adrenal stress in rats. And then one of them said, well, let's try hypoglycemia. So they stopped giving them protein. The rats just went to pieces. Their adrenal glands atrophied. That was the end of the experiment. So if you have adrenal fatigue, you need to eat protein perhaps every 4 hours. Doesn't have to be a lot, just a little bit, and sometimes a bit before you go to sleep to carry you through the night. And if that doesn't do it for you, jump into chapter 2 and take it to heart, because so many people are at this point, they are so wiped out with their adrenals that they've got to get help from cortisol, from the hormone that your adrenals would be producing if it were healthy. Chapter 2.